These is crazy. Nah, it's cool. The other ones is brand, and they got the one and only.
Why did I let you in? If you're going for my family, I'm really him. For myself, I had to really do it. And all my energy, it be protected. I fly with the angels, bitch. Why did I let you in? If you're going for my family, I'm really him. For myself, I had to really do it. And all my energy, it be protected. I fly with the angels, bitch. Yeah, fly with the angels. I channel my verses and shit. You know we keep it going. I said we keep it here. What you gotta say about me, you don't know me shit. I just keep it pushing and my own like that's it. And I'm staying true to me, I'm always on my feet. And when I'm about pushing through the reps, man, you know me. I had to hop on another beat, pop by 80. I promise I'ma make a couple placement by the 18. I'll be flying by hella fast, remember when I just turned 18. Yeah, but I keep on winning, it feels good, I'm finally. Trust me, I'ma keep on building this shit, remember steady. And I'ma keep flying, low tap on the rig, it's heady, real heady. Why did I let you in? Kept it going for my family, I'm really him. And for myself, I had to really do it. And all my energy, it be protected. I fly with the angels, bitch. Why did I let you in? Kept it going for my family, I'm really him. And for myself, I had to really do it. And all my energy, it be protected. I fly with the angels, bitch. Yeah, know I'm protected, that's why I stay with angel shit. No need to ask no demons, man, why they keep it on their hips. And there's a difference between protection and slanging. And really, they be moving loose, ain't hot up in the streets, I keep my diss. Yeah, always respected, this real lyrics can never diss. Yeah, baby, why you tweaking in the spot, girl, you can dip it. I ain't hitting on no 3 or 4, baby, can keep it dick. I ran it up off my music, build my own shit, it's hitting different, and I'm feeling good, it's kinda special. Hard times that got me here, well, I'm grateful for all of this shit. Make sure that I'm next, I bet this shit you gon' watch me flow to the top. And it's kinda crazy, cause I'm already the can't stop. Why did I let you in? Kept it going for my family, I'm really him. For myself, I had to really do it. And all my energy, it be protected. I fly with the angels, bitch. Why did I let you in? Kept it going for my family, I'm really him. And for myself, I had to really do it. And all my energy, it be protected. I fly with the angels, bitch. Get their minds right, and I identify, man, all my opportunities. When I knew she was for me, man, yeah, I gave it a try. Pluto just entered Aquarius, I had to fly. They didn't know what all that means, they had to get their minds right. Which mind's right? Don't do it, BS, I had to keep it light. And we keep it going, KIG, floating to the top, and something like a cut. When I came on this off top, channel from divine, man, you know it's how I run. Tryna get a cheese, so he slammed the rock. Told him we gotta stop, man, we going to the top. But I feel though, tryna get to A to B. And I can't hate, teach your own, so I'm central to me. And I know I'm coming different, never heard nothing like this, that's authenticity. Shine like a star, and I never miss a beat. And steady leaning on me, tryna get a kiss from me. And back, yeah, you know I'm moving clean. I'm moving P, low, big, only tryna make a scene. The only thing I see for me is we gotta float to the top, G. I set the plan and got it organized, I built for the whole team. Little baby, she tryna touch on me, she wanna make a scene. Made a movie coming bold, no John Wick, he coming cold. And I identify, man, all my opportunities. When I knew she was for me, man, yeah, I gave it a try. Pluto just entered Aquarius, I had to fly. They didn't know what all that means, they had to get their minds right. And I identify, man, all my opportunities. When I knew she gave it a try. Pluto just entered Aquarius, I had to fly. They didn't know what all that means, they had to get their minds right. They don't know what it means, it's time to get their minds right. And we floating to the top, we caught another flight. Yeah, shit, I'ma keep it going the long way, keep it less, I'm like a kite. And I'ma always hold it down for you just cause I know it's right. Identifying opportunities just cause I see it clear. And I'm never holding no fan, me not going back there. Stacking cheddar cheese, baby, roll with me, we almost there. I'm moving forward from my past, so baby, had to take risks. Takers claim it's mine, cause I know I'm aligned with divine. Our way, our times, with inner beams, that's how we shine. Yeah, hard way, long time, following a purpose is how we grind. Yeah, my way, my grind, I know it's harder, but I'ma keep on shining. And I identify, man, all my opportunities. When I knew she was for me, man, yeah, I gave it a try. And Pluto just entered Aquarius, I had to fly. They didn't know what all that means, they had to get their minds right. And I identify, man, all my opportunities. When I knew she was for me, man, yeah, I gave it a try. And Pluto just entered Aquarius, I had to fly. They didn't know what all that means, they had to get their minds right. I ain't gonna lie, till the day I'm yelling free my guys. Young MC back on the beat, only rapping at 333. Cruising through my city in my big white tee. And yeah, I got a couple bad ones, not only in my city. They liking how they feel when they just get around my energy. And yeah, I built a couple brands for the fam, not just me. Liking how I do it, but with the team, and we shine with inner beams. She liking how I move to low, baby, no touching, don't make a scene. And there's no choosing up on me. Never choosing up on me, only stacking big bucks G. Toronto be the north side of 6 where I'm from, know that B. Grew up in the 5, me and homies bus plays all night. I used to gravitate to fast cash, but I go the long way now. Like to see the residual income, like to wake up to the sunrise to a bigger bag, I already knew that, honey. How you don't know what that means, that's passive income. Speak my truth to the whole world, I'm bringing hope, that's how I think. If you're not bringing value to the people, how you expect to grow? And you can make cash in the fast way, but don't expect it to grow. Didn't know it comes from the mind, how you wasting all your time. It's all in your behavior, he didn't know he in his brain. Only moving P and I'm only moving clean. And we shine with inner beams, and MC, you know me. And I'm moving hella different on these beats, don't ask me how I'm moving me. I get my value from inside, organic jeans, organic teas. Staying tapped and know what that means, where spirit be. Never fearing to speak my truth, tear that shit through. And it's young MC back on the beat, only rapping at 333. Cruising through my city in my big white tee. And yeah, I got a couple bad ones, not only in my city. They liking how they feel when they just get around my energy. And yeah, I built a couple brands for the fam, not just me. Liking how I do it, roll with the team, and we shine in the beams. She like how I move to low, baby, no touching, don't make a scene. And there's no choosing up on me, yeah. And never choosing up on me, you know how it be 333. And I could never be an option to no one that's on me. Couldn't see my value, had to cut him off real clean. And for the ones that really see it, taking you to the top with me, taking you to the top with me. Baby, put that powder down, you know I don't be doing it. I see you trying to find your balance with this life shit, baby, I know you feel me. You gotta change your habits, take it day to day, I know you hear me. And if you hear me, you gotta feel it too and take the actions, bro. And not just any actions, but the ones that align with your visions. Do know how it be, taking actions divinely, I'm true to me. No matter the skin color, no, you can unite with me. Staying pure with unification, it's what it be. Still don't know how to ascend, we brought the knowledge, gotta see it. Ascending to the top, rolling with the angels, never stop. And all that bullshit for the birds, man, you better fly. And I'll be the phoenix rising, I'm seeing that shit non-stop. I broke through the veil, went through all kind of portals, man, still ain't stopping. And yeah, I'm swimming through my waters, man, I'm always gonna flow. And I built my ark, so I'm never drowning though. Rushing to build your ark, that's why it be filled with hella holes. And I be seeing it through the long way, that's why I'm on. And it's MC back on the beat, only rapping at 333. Cruising through my city in my big white tee. And yeah, I got a couple bad ones, not only in my city. They liking how they feel when they just get around my energy. And yeah, I built a couple brands for the fam, not just me. Liking how I do it, roll with the team, and we shine in the beams. She like how I move to low, baby, no touching, don't make a scene. And there's no choosing up on me. She like how I move to low, baby, no touching, don't make a scene. And there's no choosing up on me.
An old way of doing things would take us 3 to 4 months using the 3D technology first before issuing
One more banger, fam.
Probably
One more banger.
half to around 2 months.
Shout out to the YouTube and Rambo family. Let's get it.
Man, some C, Trinity, really worldwide and shit. Look. This is how we coming and you know just how we rockin'. Young 333, never stop. I got God on my side, my stars on my level, but you can never stop. Organic smoke in my lungs when I ship it OT. How you surprised that we taxin'? Dancing on the beat like a rock star. Peanut butter rock star in my lungs, got me blasted. We going far with some young stars. On the East Coast, so we call it East Coast. Real ones where we got real bars. When you look up, that's where we are like, cause we the stars. No emotion, but they're going real hard. Gotta know what you're doing, I execute with purpose. When I feel my purpose left from behind the curtain. This is how we do it, cause we serve with a purpose.
Watch out, don't run up. Titans out, no thunder. It's the end of days now, I wonder. Crimes that high, wonder why I don't shut up. I'm a son of the most high, oh my. I'm a son of a king, and that's no lie. Don't want it with me, I got a co-right. And I'm one with the sun, I got a soul tie. No, I'm just humble. He paid the price I can't undo. He changed my life, now I run to his throne. Get low, what does this world come to? Must choose God over everything. We sin and we fall in it every day. Knees bend and we call on him when we pray. He gives me strength even when I fall, he give me grace. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna fight to win. I'm so hype, I'm alive in him. Like old life has to die to sin. I'm fine with him, I'm right with him. Got the Bible in my right hand while the cipher in. His word, my phone, I'm 5%. My soul get a life to him. Got a fire in my chest, hands hard to him.
This is how we coming and you know just how we rockin'. Young 333, never stop. I got God on my side, my stars on my level, but you can never stop. Organic smoke in my lungs when I ship it OT. How you surprised that we taxin'? Dancing on the beat like a rock star. Peanut butter rock star in my lungs, got me blasted. We going far with some young stars. On the East Coast, so we call it East Coast. Real ones where we got real bars. When you look up, that's where we are like, cause we the stars. No emotion, but they're going real hard. Gotta know what you're doing, I execute with purpose. When I feel my purpose left from behind the curtain. This is how we do it, cause we serve with a purpose. This is how you do it when you serve with a purpose. Why these niggas hurting left behind the curtain? And when you tryna shine bright, get so close to the sun, they might put you down back, man. But like Osiris, and I know my astral body. Gotta look within, real hell of a mentee. Accumulate a lot, man, I know it's plenty. The devil got his troops, but God got his troops too, fool. And the demons could be stepping, but the angels stepping too. But the difference is, we step our purpose, not a cloud, dude. We call into the Trinity, cause alignment meets with integrity. Watch myself through that door, so opportunities galore, ayy. I seen it real quick how she moving. Expose herself how she a 304. And you gotta know your value so you don't be a whore. Daddy not in your life, got no respect no more. Respect for yourself, it can really get you far. And I'ma make an impact with every bar. Aquarius ascending, know that I'm a true star. How you tryna miss the stars, you don't even know your moon sign. Not knowing yourself how to make clear of a sign. Not sure what you're doing, so I'm using up my prime time. This is how we coming and you know just how we rockin'. Young 333, never stop. I got God on my side, my stars on my level, but you can never stop. Organic smoke in my lungs when I ship it OT. How you surprised that we taxin'? Dancing on the beat like a rock star. Peanut butter rock star in my lungs, got me blasted. We going far with some young stars. On the East Coast, so we call it East Coast. Real ones where we got real bars. When you look up, that's where we are like, cause we the stars. No emotion, but they're going real hard. Gotta know what you're doing, I execute with purpose. When I feel my purpose left from behind the curtain. This is how we do it, cause we serve with a purpose. Been through many things in the world, I can spit so many stories up on the track, and I know it's pearl. Learned to blend realities from young. Archangel been around since the eons. Put my energy up in the church, so it resonates. Been through many things where I let to get my peace. And coming with a purpose, so she kept me in this shit. 333 movements, worldwide connections, but that's how we do it. Execute the purpose with a plan, that's how we doing worldwide numbers, man. 3-piece ride, electric slide, move like that cause we can. And we're the angels on earth, do it for the future generations what it's worth. I'm in the love, put me on the beat, so I had to stay true to me. And this is what it looks like when correspondence control your reality, man. And learning from experience, this is how you get your wings back, G. Got the whole team in alignment, that's why they call me Trinity. This is how we coming and you know just how we rockin'. Young 333, never stop. I got God on my side, my stars on my level, but you can never stop. Organic smoke in my lungs when I ship it OT. How you surprised that we taxin'? Dancing on the beat like a rock star. Peanut butter rock star in my lungs, got me blasted. We going far with some young stars. On the East Coast, so we call it East Coast. Real ones where we got real bars. When you look up, that's where we are like, cause we the stars. No emotion, but they're going real hard. Gotta know what you're doing, I execute with purpose. When I feel my purpose left from behind the curtain. This is how we do it, cause we serve with a purpose.
Yeah, what's going on, chat? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's doing stellar. Having a good day and things of that nature. Good Christmas and all that good stuff. Happy holidays to everyone out there. You know what I'm saying? Hope everyone's doing well. We got some tunes in the background. We gonna run into this little Starcast report. So, you know, I'm coming to you on Christmas night, late night. We're gonna bring out a little Starcast report, get everyone tapped into the energies and things of that nature. I think these are something to be aware of and tapped into right now at this moment. I think something significant and important. So I think it's all important for us right now, as you know, especially tune into the energies. You know, Cap season. You know, Capricorn season is relatively. Let me just make sure we good on Rumble here. Yep. You know, Capricorn season is relatively. You know, it's at surface level, real oriented. A lot of Christmas, a lot of gifts and a lot of presents and packages and things of that nature. A lot of material type things. It's really that initiation of understanding and practicality, right? With Capricorn being cardinal Earth, it's and Earth being a logical sign, it's that initiation of understanding right now, and there may be just a different type of understanding that that you're going through right now on a collective level that we're all going through. To where there's this level of understanding we have towards, it's really towards our actions with Capricorn. This dynamic is very interesting with Capricorn as we come from Sagittarius, meaning and reasoning, and as we transition from that period of Sagittarius and that optimism, we move forward from that period of optimism. And, we go into that period of practical initiation, understanding why we did those things and why it's important to be optimistic and where it's important to be optimistic. Same with applying reasoning to certain things, right? You may notice yourself, because it's Earth, Earth is a very dry, it's a very dry element, so the understanding that you may experience this month with the Sun in Capricorn is a very timid. It may seem like a very timid and relaxed forms of understanding. Like you may know certain things are like, if may notice conflict or like that's kind of odd in the ways of how people maneuver. That's the initiation we're all going through right now, and it's just playing out that way, to where it can seem a little odd, but it's because our ways of understanding is changing, like mentally, and how we think about things, and which happens every year around this time. We come into Capricorn season, but that's where you may notice that shift, and it's because Capricorn is cardinal Earth, so we're all going through an initiation period, and that initiation period can seem a little uncomfortable or like a little scratch head. Different. It's just kind of new. It's fresh, and that's really what that cardinal energy is like. They're always it's like always sparking something, always sparking something fresh. So that as you said, it's an initiation. So you're going to a new level, and that those new levels can feel a little uncomfortable, right? Can feel a little uncomfortable. That's really all it comes down to. There's certain things you understand right now based upon status, who you are, what you've done, how far you've came, what you've been doing for work, and what you want to uphold. Capricorn being a representation of your MC in your natal chart. So your MC is a reference to what you want to uphold in your life, right? So Capricorn is a reference to that energy in itself throughout the next 30 days, right? To where that's entirely going to be what we're focusing on. Like our actions are going to be geared towards what we want to uphold, our MC. And if you do know your natal chart, go check what you keep an eye out. Go check what sign, what house Capricorn is in for sure, and that's where it's going to play out for you. To where there's certain things in certain areas of your life that you need to uphold right now. That's how it's going to play out for us. So you with your for example, your Capricorn rising. There's certain characteristic traits of yourself and your identity and how people see you that you're coming into a new forms of understanding right now about yourself and what you want to put out based upon how people see you. As for Capricorn risings, Aquarius risings can feel that as well, a little bit on the spectrum, just based upon you guys both being ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is Capricorn's. Saturn is both Capricorn and Aquarius. Aquarius is co-ruler, but Capricorn's solitary ruler. So that's really that with the Sun in Capricorn, which is cool. And I like that. It is so at the beginning though, maybe we can get into the decans at the end of this video, and I can break down the first 10 degrees of Capricorn, 10 to 20 degrees of Capricorn, and the 20 to 30, how we will be going through this initiation period over the month of January. So it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting time. We're only 4 degrees. I believe the Capricorn new moon is going to be soon. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Yeah. Okay. It's on New Year's. Okay. Cool. So new moon in Capricorn is on New Year's, so December 30th next week. It's looking like the Tuesday. So that means the portal opens up on Saturday. So the new moon portal in Capricorn will open up around Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? So from Saturday through Thursday next week, new moon in Capricorn portal, that's going to be the time where you're going to want to plant the seeds of intention towards new forms of understanding to help aid the initiation period, right? If you're there mentally for yourself, then physically, as above, so below correspondence, as within, so without. If you can put yourself in that space mentally to, plant the seeds of intention toward new forms of understanding and positive forms of understanding, then that'll play out as well and blend in on itself and play out physically in your life as well, to where you are incorporating these new forms of, or where you're running into new ways of incorporating these forms of new understanding. And it's, you'll notice like synchronicity and correspondence to where you're putting yourself in certain situations or circumstances to have a different or new form of understanding in some way, shape, or form. So that will play out. So it's a little bit about that. Yeah, so that's going to be around that period. So like we said, we've done a video about focus recently, and we did a video about speaking things into existence, the power of journaling and using your words with the new moon in Capricorn, Capricorn being an earth sign. Pen and paper is a big thing right now, and that could be very useful for you towards your forms of understanding, to where you can get really, nitty gritty in pen and paper, to, what you want to implement and how you want to implement certain things in your life, where and what you need to implement. That will shape your forms of understanding towards those things that you need to, have that understanding towards. So there's certain things in your life that you're gonna know, for sure, for you. As I said, definitely you wanna grab your natal chart. If you don't have it, you could definitely I can source it for you. If you are on the lives and you do catch these videos live, you can drop it in the chats after the live always, and I will be happy to get it for you and even send you the link to where you can have it as well. And that way you'll know the corresponding house system for yourself, right? So when we go through these times, aka Sun in Capricorn, you know what house system that's going to be affecting you, aka what area of life it'll be affecting you, and also the area of your body. This is also that can same house system can also be applied to holistic astrology, to where we have these also affect areas of our body as well, to where we can understand like health astrology pretty much is what we call it. So understanding the area of life is also a correspondence to the area of the body and the organs within the body as well, to make that correspondence. So when you understand your house system, you can also understand which parts of your body and which organs you should actually be paying more attention to during that month as we're transitioning. That way you can stay on top of your health and things of that nature as we're going throughout the year. As we go through different periods and different months and different transitions, our awareness shifts throughout our entire bodies, right? To where we are more or less aware of certain areas. So we will put more or less focus or emphasis on certain areas, and that can be more prone or less prone to injury and certain things like that, certain things of that nature. Yeah, like if we forget to take care of certain organs at that time, things can accumulate in that way as well, to where we can accumulate disease and things of that nature. Well, if you knew to be aware of certain organs, you can go for certain checkups at certain times based upon the correspondence as above, so below, to where you can actually, go for routine checkups for certain things at certain times, specifically for you. All right, let's get going into the week, and this is going into some of the planetary aspects. We will get into the moon a little bit, but we want to focus on the main planetary aspects for the most part. We're not going to be breaking down too much of the moon this week, besides the new moon that we touched on a little bit earlier. That's that's roughly about it for now. The moon is in Scorpio right now, so with that being said, it was just interesting. We got a Scorpio new moon on Scorpio moon on Christmas, and this is very interesting. We might have a sextile forming as well. Okay, no, not yet. Oh, yes, exactly what I thought. Sun sextile the moon, so I was right. Yeah, so this is opportunity, guys. Like, sun sextile the moon is really interesting. Like, the sun is the initiation and the practicality and some form of understanding. With the moon in Scorpio and that sextile, it's really giving you the opportunity to understand, like, certain forms of connections and psychological actions. Wow, what's led you to feel and be and act this way? Like, it's a lot of deep, but beneath the surface type things coming to the surface, coming to light during, it has an opportunity to, right now as well. So that can be very, very significant. This moon in Scorpio can kind of play out like a full moon. So oftentimes it's a very intense time. Scorpio being ruled by Mars and Pluto and things of that nature, very intense and always fostering transformation. So there could be a lot of emotional conversation, like can be a lot of conversation to where the group or you or people are emotionally comfortable with having certain discussions to where it fosters and changes or initiates you through some form of new understanding, if you get what I mean. And that can play out in different ways in your life. So, you kind of have to, you're gonna have to piece that together, because it can play out in many different ways for many different people. But that's what it is. So emotionally, we have that comfortability right now to have that opportunity to like act on certain things and kind of bring things to the surface and have like those uncomfortable, conversations and things of that nature when we usually wouldn't sometimes, but it's like a different it's like a deeper level of understanding, beneath the surface, but like we all kind of know emotionally and things of that nature. It's very interesting how that Scorpio energy plays out sextile. But let's see, guys. I'm just gonna go through the week and just tap through, check out some aspects with the planets here real quick. Yeah, Mars is back into Leo, so that's going to be a little aspect throughout the week. We have this Mercury opposing Jupiter, which is going to be throughout, let's see, the Thursday and Friday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, so this whole week we have Mercury opposed Jupiter as well. So that's gonna be interesting transit. So we'll talk about that a little bit with Mercury. But that opposition, you may notice like lack of some form of lack of communication. Like there may be certain forms of communication, ideas, and ways of analyzing and ways of thinking that isn't being communicated right now for some way, shape, or form. It could be like some of this Jupiter retrograde energy to where you're doubling back, or towards like it has you thinking about previous ideas. Kind of finding. Mercury moves very fast. Jupiter is kind of a slower planet, so you may be like wanting to move fast in some way, shape, or form, but like Jupiter's giving you reasons and ideas on why it's important to like take things slow so things can grow and like see proper growth. It's very interesting with that aspect there, with the opposition, because a lot of times what you're communicating, you may meet some friction there with actually experiencing that, right? So a lot of things that you're communicating and maybe thinking about or analyzing, you may meet friction with how you actually experience these things, for sure. Especially with communicating that, communicating your experiences and things of that nature. You may notice like some friction during this week right now. Towards that's kind of opposite to where you may want to speak about certain things that that kind of set you free, that evolve you, that allow you to grow, but the opposition to Jupiter is kind of like it's kind of like combating your ideas. Every time you have an idea, it's like slapping you in the face. Like there's something that slaps it in the face with that opposition to Jupiter. So you may run into some of that energy this week with Mercury there, right? So it's really like be mindful of who you share certain ideas with and who you communicating with and things of that nature. But you just may meet some of that friction, not necessarily with who you're communicating, but is really experiencing this form of communication or these forms of ideas and things of that nature, where you may not be able to fully communicate or like fully communicate the ideas that you have for yourself for some reason. So that there just may be something stopping you or meet some friction with that over the course of this week. Going into Thursday, yeah. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah. So Mercury opposed Jupiter in Gemini, and then even you may want to communicate all kinds of ideas, and have this meaning and reasoning to communicate ideas, and you just may meet friction with like trying to experience these ideas or communicate these ideas, things of that nature. You may think, yo, these ideas are sick, and then you run it by someone, they're like, nah, and you're like, what do you mean, nah? They're like, nah, and you're like, oh, like that type shit. Let's see what else we got this week. We also have a square to Saturn. Let's see how long the square to Saturn, and then we have the Venus square Uranus as well. So let's check out Mercury square Saturn, see how long that's going on for. Which will be a little bit wild. Yeah, okay. So all week. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah, Mercury square Saturn. I said it's a learning period. So that whole opposition to where you may meet friction towards experiencing your ideas, it's squaring Saturn. So it's a learning period. Why you may need to cultivate some patience towards your foundation with that Saturn right there. There may be certain things it's like disciplinary energy. You may want to say certain things real quick because you're very excited about it, but then the Jupiter, the opposition to Jupiter is reminding you like certain things don't need to be said right now, like or just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like keep those ideas to yourself for now. And that's the learning, that's the square, because it's friction, it's frustration towards Saturn, and it's stopping you. It feels like it's slowing down your foundation, and it feels slow because Mercury is fast and Sag is fast. So it's all fast, and you're thinking fast, and you're communicating fast, but you're like, fuck, you gotta move through the mud, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's that you're gonna meet friction, right? And that's Saturn, to where you're gonna need that disciplinary energy and that father-like energy, to where you have more discipline towards your forms of understanding. Venus square Uranus. planet of love is in the sign of Aquarius right now, and we are squaring Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is still retrograde for a little bit. It's been here in retrograde for a while. So this week, guys, the Venus square Uranus is interesting. That, guys, that is... This can be... Venus square Uranus can be the breakthrough you've been looking for towards your finances or your foundation. Venus square Uranus could be tapping you into this set to a new to a form of network. Like it's the Venus in Aquarius. You may have met someone, a new business partner, a new associate. You could have met this person through a friend, a spouse, and things of that nature. And the square is a learning period. It's a little uncomfortable and it's a little radical, and it may seem like very unique towards you, and how the network connects towards you, but it sets your foundation. And it may be and it may just be learning. You may need to learn the importance of incorporating a network or other people in certain areas to help your foundation. Like there may be certain people that you're missing for the puzzle to connect. You know what I'm saying? Certain pieces of the puzzle. There's certain either people, network, or information, knowledge / ideas that you're missing, which is why you're not either making the right connections with the business partnerships, aka Venus, and that's why you're gonna run into a little bit of a frustration towards your foundation or towards your values or how you make your money, right? Or understanding how you make your money. It could be like upsetting, like why isn't it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's trying to show you. So there may be certain forms of information, knowledge that you may need to actually accumulate before you pursuit. Maybe there's some information you need in order to get the right business partner, or to understand how to assess the right business partner, right? Or the right relationship for yourself if it's a love situation, because Venus can deal with intimate partnerships as well, right? So that can be a significant thing as well, to where you need some information, you need a little bit more information, and you need to get to know your spouse a little bit more, to where you can actually build something or set something or create some form of stability, that's unique to you right now. Because the only way you can is if you go back on on your previous forms of understanding. Don't do what didn't work before, and continuing to do what doesn't work is going to continue failing. It's going to continue to fail. You have to go back, get the right knowledge and forms of understanding, whether it's you learning about your spouse, you doing something different towards your spouse or towards your business partnerships, or the information you need to gather these business partnerships so that you can facilitate and foster the right foundation that you need for yourself, Uranus and Taurus, that unique, authentic foundation. Fuck, I'm spitting. Someone clip. Anyways. Whew. Bars. But that's that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's that. We're gonna get into the Mars. We're gonna get into the Mars trine, and we're gonna get into the Jupiter square Saturn, and then the Uranus. Maybe the Neptune, but no, this will be here for a while. The Uranus sextile. These are longer transits, so we're sticking to the week, guys, right now. These two transits we can talk about separately as well, just because they're longer, much longer transits. The Uranus sextile Neptune and Neptune sextile Pluto. So those are much longer transits. So those can take its time and they can wait a little bit, and all that. But yeah, shout out to the chat. Let me check chats and stuff like that. I have not been looking at nothing. So if we're good, we're just gonna continue smooth. Let me know if the audio is good, guys. I want to just make sure my audio is clear. You guys can hear me, no problem. It's got some stuff set up here. I want to make sure that it's working well. So if y'all can drop some stuff in the chats. Rumble fam, let me know. We on Rumble and YouTube. Appreciate both y'all. Yeah, it looks like though when I stream from Rumble, it doesn't send notifications, which I noticed because when I did my YouTube through my OBS, it actually sent notifications out. So I'm not sure why Rumble doesn't send notifications through YouTube, although they are competitors. So, but but yeah, so it's all good though. All right, guys, chats are good. It looks like everyone's been listening, soaking up information, which it's good. No complaints. Shouldn't be watching me just for fun anyway. So let's get into that. So those two transits will be longer transits. We can let those chill for now. We're going to get into we got into the Venus square Uranus. We're going to get into the Mars and the Jupiter Jupiter aspects. Just to end off the week here, we're going to go into Saturday. We're going to go into Saturday. Yeah, a little bit. 126. To Sunday, to the 30th, Monday. Pretty much all through the weekend, guys, with these aspects. So this is Sunday. Yep. So this is all through the week, rest of the weekend, and things of that nature. We'll touch on the beginning of the week as well, just because I know it's we came with this video on Wednesday. We'll touch a little bit on Monday, Tuesday energy, right before we head out. All right, so let's get into it. So we have Mars trine Neptune, guys. So let's just move forward with Mars in Leo retrograde. I know we did do a little video, a little segment on Mars in Leo, which was a good segment. So make sure you guys go tap in on that. We're obviously retrograde right now. We will be retrograde for a little bit. It's a longer transit. It's about 3 months with that Mars retrograde here. Yeah, we spoke on that, so we don't really need to talk too much about the Mars retrograde and anger, outbursts, and outlashes and things of that nature. So we're good. We're good. It's still early degrees as well, so. All right, well, we got Mars trine Neptune. So with Mars being a representation of your passions, motivations, and your desires, and Leo being a representation of setting the stage and expressing yourself, individuality, your solar plexus via chakras, representation of who you are as an individual. It's plays out with Neptune more so. The trine obviously is a harmonious position. It's a very easy position. It could sometimes play out like a lazy position as well. But with Mars here and it being a trine, Neptune deals with, dreams, fantasies, creativity, music, 12th house things, spirituality, faith, religion. The un and subconscious, right? Neptune, Pisces is home there. Neptune home in Pisces, so it's there. It's chilling. It's comfortable, and we're retrograding now. So this is really for me. For me, Mars is and Neptune, right? With the trine, it's eased with understanding your, with the retrograde. You're going back on certain passions and how you want to express yourself, so like you're not with Mars here in retrograde, you're kind of looking towards which passions, motivations, and desires you actually want to move forward with. Like, where do you want to actually move the needle and not waste time? Like, that's in a nutshell, like Mars Leo in retrograde, right? What passions, motivations, and desires have you left on the back burner somewhere that you need to utilize to set the stage for yourself, right? So you're kind of you're incorporating these things, or you're knowing what you need to incorporate from the past, what you've been doing. For those who've been on the path or in alignment, doing their thing consistently, It's more so certain ways of expressing yourself, right? There may be certain forms of expressing these passions, these desires, these motives that you used to do, and now you're kind of, incorporating those older forms of expression that you used to do that maybe brought you fulfillment, that maybe represented who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're doing some of those things. You're showing people some of those things that you've previously, maybe previous ideas that had to do with creativity, music, dreams, fantasy type things, you know what I'm saying? Anything creative, anything within the muse of paint and spirituality, faith, right? Maybe you're showing and showing people and expressing that in a way that you've done, but maybe you haven't done for a while. Like for those who've been consistent, the Leo Mars retrograde is like picking up something that you did a couple months ago, for example, that you're just incorporating again. That's how that energy plays out. That's how that energy plays out. And yeah, and it's in Pisces, so it's all it's home there. It's all in alignment to with your dreams, creativity, muse, delusional energies, right? So for those who are rocking the rose-colored glasses, and more on the delusional side, Leo could be old ways of expressing yourself as well, which if you're more like toxic and things of that nature, which to be honest, if you are, I don't even know, like you probably you're not, because I don't really speak to those people, like those people that are really like if you're extremely toxic and things of that nature, you probably don't watch me, so you probably not even tapped in like that, so it just is what it is. Yeah, so I didn't even need to touch on that, really. to be honest, I don't even need to touch on that, because for those who have like lower octave ways and things of that nature, and who are like toxic and very dramatic, like you could be like tapping into old forms of drama and old conversations and old ways of arguing with people and like things of that nature, old conversations and old petty shit coming back up, and you act on it, but it has no weight in the present moment. That's like that delusional energy, because you're stuck in the past. Pisces being water, delulu, stuck in the past. So that remember, Pisces, water, consciousness, same thing, memory, etc. So you're stuck in the past, and old ways of expressing yourself, and old drama, old anger and things of that nature is built up there. So that's what I mean by like toxic. If you like one of those, I'm surprised you're even watching this video if you're listening to this. So just be mindful of that, to be honest with you. Best thing I could say. Yeah, let's move forward. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then we have the opposition to Pluto. I think we touched on that. Did we touch on that? Or no, Mercury opposition to Jupiter we touched on. So we have the opposition to Jupiter. So as we said, Mars, Leo, passion, motivation, desires, Leo, setting the stage, expressing yourself, etc. The Lion, having courage to do that. Maybe there's old things that you used to do that used to motivate you, that gave you courage to express certain things or show certain things. Maybe you're tapping back into those, right? Mars is the god of war, aggression, so it could be like fighting and boxing and like habits and very, 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 very Mars is like full force, it's like that fire energy, so very, very intense and things of that nature. So you can be kind of going that route, a little different than Saturn, to where it's like more stern and more strict and more like step by step, but it's like a lot of drive and a lot of emphasis with Mars. So, speaking of that, with the opposition to Pluto, this is interesting because, but Leo and Pluto, right? You see, that's why, because Mars wants to express itself and has all this drive, and maybe tapping into previous forms of expression, right? Or, yeah, we can say previous forms of expression. but it's opposed Pluto. So there may be oppositions play out as, I'm not going to say squares as frustration or friction, a squaring off, but it's also a learning period. Oppositions, it's an opposition. It's almost, it's like I guess not a squaring off, but a standoff, I guess you can say. I mean, fuck. But opposition is headbutting, right? It's polar opposites. So with Mars in Leo, it's all about expression, previous forms of expression, expressing these passions, understanding, maybe certain things that represented who you are more. Maybe you're incorporating those things. These are things like that you do for yourself that is good for you. So like periodically you may, like for myself as an example, periodically there's certain things that I do to represent who I am. There's times where I don't do those things, but there's times where I know it's important to do those things to remind, as mental reminders. That's an example of the Leo retrograde and Mars Leo retrograde. So keep that in mind. And then Pluto, power and control and personal transformation, but it happens through your information and knowledge and your network, right? So you're going to meet a little bit of opposition towards how you gain power and control, right? You're going to feel a little powerless, and you're going to feel you lack a little control with how you express yourself or with this previous way of expressing yourself. It may make you feel a little vulnerable with that solar plexus Leo energy, may lack a little courage, you know what I'm saying? But that only happens because you probably lack some information, some knowledge, some associations, or AKA a network. It's the only reason you lack that courage. So the opposition is telling you, in order to have that courage and have some power and control and actually feel confident with these previous ways of expressing and actually showing up for yourself, you need to learn some shit. You need to have a network. You need to have people that are good for certain things, so you can feel confident that that what you're going back on is the right thing for you, right? So all these things right now are very very big emphasis, especially for Leos in particular, because Mars is in your sign. So you just may feel opposite to a lot of Scorpios right now in your real life. So all the people, men and women who are Scorpios in your life, for the Leos out there, you're going to feel a little bit opposite towards them, a little odd towards them. You've probably been feeling it for the last little bit as well. That's because this transit is going to be here for a while. And then all the Scorpios, you've probably been feeling that energy from Leos, but it's like a weird way of understanding their expression. So you've been like observing it and probably been aware of it, but it's something that is probably going to affect the Leos because Mars is in your sign right now. So like Scorpios, you're more observing it as like scratching your head, but Aquarius is more observing it as I could say Scorpio because it's Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, and then likely with Aquarius. So all the fixed signs right now are definitely feeling all each other's little gravitation because of Pluto right now. Pluto is a very big energy in terms of the collective and what's ushering the energy that's ushering in the next 20 years of our lives. So all the fixed signs right now, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, they're all feeling like very, very big aspects of each other, or a lot of them either clicked up, very separated. It's just a very big energy right now with fixed signs. So it's playing out physically on Earth as that, as well as above, so below correspondence. That's some real life stuff to be aware of. So yeah, and then like I said, guys, Mars is in your sign for Leos. So everyone, like the aggression and stuff is gonna come from Leo. So just be mindful of that. If you're a Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, big three, you're definitely gonna be mindful a little bit of like your passive aggressiveness because it's retrograde. It's like you're digging. It's like you don't know how to move forward with your passion, so you're looking back in some way, shape, or form. But try not to be passive aggressive because Mars is the god of war. So you just want to just try not to be too frustrated there, like build up any anger. Learn to like let go of emotions and things of that nature. Don't like burst out and stuff. So yeah, that's a little bit with that aspect of that aspect there. That aspect there. You may just lack, Leos just may have lacked a little bit of network, a little bit of information towards whatever they're doing in terms of passions, motivations, and desires. So there may be some information that you may need to gain over this period of time during this transit in order to move forward and feel confident and have that courage of expressing yourself and setting the stage for these passions, motivations, and desires to be seen, expressed, or felt, etc. However that you want to do that. And guys, I think that's about it. What's the time? We're about an hour in. Let's see. What's the time? I think we're about an hour in, though. Yeah, 55 minutes. All right, cool. We're at an hour in, y'all. That's pretty much it for the week in terms of weekly transits and energies this week. So those are some major energies to be mindful of during the week. Obviously, right now the moon's in Scorpio. We'll be going to the moon in Sag, and ending off the week with the moon in Sag, and then approaching the new moon in Capricorn for the beginning of next week around the new year. So, you know, as I said, that's going to put us into the new moon portal, and that's definitely a time to be a little bit mindful, guys. Plant your seeds, clean slate. Set your forms of intention. Do what you need to incorporate new forms of understanding. Cultivate a little bit more patience right now. Earth energy. It's nice. It's calm. Enjoy that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So we have the Jupiter square Saturn. It's the last thing I'm going to touch on right now. A little 0 degree orb. So it's really focused on who you are and your space and you spiritually speaking. I think this could be a very big faith transit, or I can call it, or a very big spiritual transit based upon it being at the 0 point in terms of the orb. It's like an aha moment transit or revelation. Jupiter square Saturn, to where you are, based upon how you're expanding and these new ideas, you're pretty much learning how to implement these ideas in a practical manner. That way you can set your foundation and forms of discipline in alignment to how you're actually growing and evolving in your life. So that's a very big transit. And that may allow you to cultivate more faith and belief in your life towards whatever you're doing. Because you're possibly seeing growth here with Jupiter square Saturn this week. To where you're learning, and it's like a breakthrough to where whatever you're expanding, however you're expanding and however you're growing, you're actually learning how to implement that now. And you're actually learning what you need to do to actually grow. Like, what forms of discipline need to be done in order for this thing to continue expanding. And I love that. I think it's going to be it's a good week, guys. Christmas, calendar, New Year, and things of that nature. I think it'll be good. So y'all enjoy it. Ride out. On the East Coast, it's 1:40. If anyone's in the chat on Rumble or YouTube and y'all want a quick reading, I got you guys. Free readings. Just drop it in the chat. Drop your birthday, or drop your sun, moon, and rising. Drop your big 3 in the chat. And I don't mind breaking some stuff down for the week of the New Year and, Christmas going into this weekend. I'll be happy to see what to expect a little bit next week, etc. So now would be the time. If you have any questions overall about any transits, now would be the time as well. Let's go back to the current moment. I want to just go through the moons real quick. I know we have the Cap and the Scorpio moon now. Into Friday, we're going to be having the Scorpio moon, and into Saturday as well. We're going to get into the Sag moon midday. That'll be nice. The moon in Sag, sun in Cap. This is the, moon here being the representation of your emotions, also your motherly figure as well. But a lot of times, direct correspondence to how we feel and things of that nature. So this is really the freedom and the meaning and the comfortability to have the meaning, to express the meaning and reasoning of why this initiation is actually important. As we transition through Scorpio, the psychological understanding and the depth of it, then we understand the reason why. You see what I'm saying? That's Sagittarius. And then we get optimistic now because we understand psychologically, mentally, that's Scorpio. And emotionally, we were comfortable to go through that process, which is right now. So you listening to this, you're already going through that mental process and that psychological initiation, to where when you're in Sag, you're going to be ready and have the meaning and reasoning to why it's important to stand on business in certain ways, to go through the initiation in certain ways. Why it's important to have a level of practicality. Why it's important to incorporate a level of discipline in your life and a level of routine and structure, things of that nature. Status, have something to actually uphold and live by. You know what I'm saying? Those are all important things. And the moon in Sag is going to tell you, is going to give you the emotional comfortability to tell you, bitch, yes, that's why you need it. Long story short, we're going to move forward. Still in Sag as we go through Sunday, and then obviously we have the new moon approaching in Capricorn for Monday, and then we peak on Tuesday. Which I believe is around the New Year as well. So we have the new moon around the New Year, which is new year, new moon, crazy. So that being said, there's still some energy here. As we spoke about, we definitely got into this energy. New moon in Cap, sun in Cap. So it's the emotion. After we cultivate that reasoning, as we move forward from Scorpio through Sag, through the new moon in Capricorn, that cultivates a new feeling, right? When we understand reasoning, we're like, oh shit, damn, that's the aha moment. Boom, the initiation. We just went through it. That's the new feeling, and that new feeling is what we want to uphold, based upon what we just realized mentally, what we just went through mentally and emotionally. So that's going to put us in the space of, okay, this is what I need to actually implement, new understanding. And that's where you're going to want to plant your seeds of intention, because you're going to be comfortable that at that time and utilize those emotions and that fuel to actually put that pen to paper, or put that physical work in, or do that earthly thing, whatever is related to the earth element. So anything physical, what's good for it? Is anything like Saturn, disciplinary things, like studying. I would say studying like goal setting for the new year would be a good thing to do, right? Setting goals for 2025s. I would definitely say things like fitness is good things to incorporate, good things to uphold, like new health routines and things of that nature, all earth type things, right? Diets and that type stuff. That can be a big initiation period right now as we move forward through the new year, right? To where you're kind of, you understand why you need to stand on business in certain ways, especially with Uranus and Taurus, and, doing what's unique to you at this period of time. God damn, it's hot in here. So that's gonna be significant. And yeah, so get pen to paper, guys. That's like anything practical, right? So any conversations, like one-to-one conversations, diplomating, that's definitely gonna bring new forms of understanding, right? So initiate that conversation where you need to. So there's, especially with Mercury and Sag, people want to communicate right now. So if you can initiate that and have the emotional comfortability to do that and step up, there's a level of respect that, the collective will show you if you're able to do that within whatever situation or circumstance that you're in, and however that plays out for you. So that is one thing to do. Don't get too timid by that, Leo, and definitely initiate and step up to the plate. Who do you want to be? What do you want to uphold? You got to do that now, despite if you're fucking discouraged, if you're sad, if you're worried. Like, do what you need to do, and there is no, you're just talking yourself out of it, right? So, the moon in Capricorn is like, bitch, stop talking yourself out of it and get it done, and that's what you need. That's the seed of intent that you need to plant, to know that you can get it done despite however you're feeling, right? That's the moon in Capricorn. Being able to do what you need to do and have the disciplinary mindset without needing to, without having to worry, right? So that's a very significant energy. Just throughout life to have, that's important, right? It's important to understand when to step up to the plate and when to keep pushing through certain things despite when you feel. That's why it's important to cultivate certain levels of discipline. I would look into certain disciplinary thought forms and things of that nature, thought leaders, Stoic philosophy. I would do some of those things as well. Maybe read something, like read a little bit, something that interests you. Like that's some Capricorn like stuff, right? Whatever you know that can uphold your mind and your forms of understanding and your mental, that is definitely something that you want to incorporate right now. You can do it through Aquarius, whether it's through information, study, communication, knowledge. You can do it through Taurus, understanding, practicality, and building your value systems, right? Based upon your actions and what you value. That's according to what you want to uphold, which is the first thing, because Taurus is the earliest earth sign. So without understanding your values, you won't even be able to cultivate a routine, which is Virgo, to then even have something to uphold, which is motherfucking Capricorn. So you've already failed if you haven't done the Taurus thing already. Which is okay, because if you haven't done the Taurus thing, just do the Taurus thing. You need understanding. You need forms of understanding. You need to cultivate forms of understanding. So you need to do the Taurus thing. And Taurus is forms of understanding, fixated forms of understanding. Why it's important to stand on business. Why you need to have a structured and solidified value system. Why you do certain things and what's valuable to you. If you don't know that, you're not gonna do anything, because nothing's important to you. Duh. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that needs to be done. Once you know what's important to you, you can then develop a routine around that. Virgo, 6th house. Work, routine, schedule, health based around that, etc. You know what I'm saying? Start scheduling what you need to do. And then boom, that can be upheld. Okay, what needs to be upheld? What can I cut out? What am I doing that takes too much time? What takes me too much time? What's too busy? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do I need to cut out in order to continue this? You know? So those are the trains of thoughts that you go through, and everyone goes through these trains of thoughts. I just show you it through astrology. You could sit here and talk about, you don't need to know astrology. Bro, you don't need to. Everyone goes through this, but knowing it will get you ahead of the game, because it actually gives you mental structure for those many out there who don't have mental fucking structure. For everyone who sit there and say, I do have mental structure, but still don't do shit. I don't need astrology, but you still don't do anything. Even yet. So that's why I say, like, if you're not incorporating things, it just is what it is. And that's to anything. Like, anything should be incorporated, whether I telling you through showing you through astrology, whether someone's showing you through fitness, whether someone's showing you through business, whether someone's showing you through your work. I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing, and someone's showing you why it's important to have a value system and cultivate a routine in order to uphold something. That's a real thing in life and business, and other people will tell you that, whether you hear it through me, a nigga that knows astrology, or you hear it through someone else that don't. So it just is what it is. So this is good, guys. We have a good new moon. We're going to go through, I want to check out Monday. Oh, never mind. We're here already. We Tuesday, Wednesday, so January 1st. So going through the new year, straight on the new moon. And then it's Wednesday right now. We're going to go into the moon in Aquarius for the Thursday, which is 1 week exactly from today. It's going to be 11 degrees. It's just 6 a.m., so That's early, January 2nd, starting the new year with the moon in Aquarius. You know, after we go through that initiation period, it's tapped into that level of information. All right, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Who do we need to meet? Where do we need to go? You know what I'm saying? That's all that right now, especially with Venus there. That's how you're going to get to the money. That's how you're going to get to the bag. Who do you know? What information do you know? Where's your network? What are you utilizing in terms of tech and things of that nature? Aquarius rules technology, right? So there's certain tech that you may need to be incorporating, right, to uphold certain things. There may be certain tech on your side that helps cultivate certain business things that you do that you may need to stand on or replace certain tech right now with Venus in Aquarius, as we're about to end. It was 29 degrees, so we're about to end this transit in Aquarius and go into Venus in Pisces, to where maybe we're relating towards our dreams a little bit more compared to relating towards the information network and knowledge that we gain, right? The tech allows us the knowledge that we need, or helps us or aids us in terms of the knowledge and information that we get in terms of time, speed, and reliability, right? So based upon that, in turn will allow us. It will allow us the power and control that we need over our foundation and towards our network with Pluto in Aquarius. And then that shows us what we need to uphold with the Sun in Capricorn. So that's good. I like this transit. So yeah, guys, make sure you check out, which house you have Capricorn in. Also, which house we have Aquarius in. We have all this Aquarius energy. We have an Aquarius stellium right now with Pluto, Venus, and the moon. Or, well, it won't be right now, but it'll be then, which will be next week. So the new year, January 2nd, we're going to have this Pluto stellium where it looks like the moon here, Venus, and Pluto is going to be here. So there's going to be a lot of emphasis. It could be very intense. It could be very transformative as well. And we could see breakthroughs in finances based upon some sort of network or some sort of information, or possibly some sort of incorporation of tech that, maybe we brought in some new tech in whatever we do, and that can help us in terms of finances or getting new partners or building a broader network. And this is going to help us gain a little bit more power and control in some way, shape, or form over our overall foundation. So this is really interesting, guys. Next week, I think this entire week is going to be very interesting. You can be implementing new forms of tech and getting new technology. These things can be helping you advance your network, advance your social presence. All this stuff can be good. Or it can be terrible. No, I'm playing. But yeah, guys. So I think we have a decent week for the new year. I think we have a calm Capricorn month ahead. This is week 1 of Capricorn season. 1.5 or so. So I think it'll be good. As I said, we're about an hour in. If you're going to drop any comments or questions, definitely do so now. We're about to be 2 a.m. on the East Coast. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone who's been watching, who's been listening, who's been really tapping in. I appreciate you guys. I'm guessing the audio's been good. No one's been complaining. The mic probably has been good. I'm going to be listening for the replay. Make sure I check the audio. Make sure the mic levels are good for you guys. As far as my readings go on the screen here in terms of the back end, when I check my audio and everything like that, by the looks of it, it's picking up great. So I have no complaints, and I'm really happy about that. So shout out to Elgato for that beautiful microphone right there. It is a cardioid condenser. I could finally use my boom arm that I've had here for a little while. I got another XLR condenser, MXL, and a Newman. That I have the MXL set up right now. It's a V88, beautiful. That's for music production, and we're gonna use this bad boy for streams. And I hope the audio sounded real crisp. It looks like it's picking up really good. So yeah, guys, no complaints, and I like it. So we're going to come back again. As I said, we're about an hour in. If you're going to drop any questions, definitely do so now. Thank you to the Rumble fam. Thank you to the YouTube fam. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the replay gang. If you're new to the channel, subscribe or don't. I don't really care. So, you know, I appreciate y'all, though, who do. Remember that, though, that's for sure. Appreciate y'all who do. So, yes, so thank you to the Rumble family. I see you guys, and shout out to my YouTube fam. We're here. We're going to rock out for a little bit. I'm going to be keeping an eye on the chat, see if you guys throw any questions. As of now, we just chilling. Maybe play some tunes for a little bit. What's going on for the night? Let me know. How's the Christmas been? I hope the holidays has been good. How's everything been for everyone out there? Let's see what's on now. Let's see if anyone's doing anything right now in the Rumble, YouTube. Let me see Tate over there. Merry Christmas with the Tates. Merry Christmas with the Tates. Fresh and Fits live. What are they streaming?
Guys, we're at 187, by the way. Follow us on X. We're cooking, man. We are cooking on X chat. Bro, we gained like 20,000 followers, guys, and literally
Myron's going in on some
yeah, I started this account.
on some game. He was cooking some 304s as usual.
27? And we are back cooking, chat. Yo, Barry Stanza came back today and they fucking banned him again. That's so lame, dude. So fucking lame.
Miami Mad spotted walking two twins on a leash after taking them shopping at Chanel store.
This is something we could react to.
A leash is crazy, bro. Not gonna lie, god damn. Fucking Miami.
Yeah, I just go on X and I can find a bunch of shit for y'all ninjas.
Speaking of X, what's the X feed looking
I'm
like?
trying to find the Chipotle clip here for you guys. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to really support me,
But yeah, we may go on.
Myron Gaines X, you can also subscribe only $5 a month.
Shout out
I answer
Belmar.
DMs. I answer all my people that follow me on there.
Guys, stream has ended. We may go Rumble right now. We may go Rumble exclusive. So if you're here, goodness, if you're here, come over to Rumble, MC333 over on rumble.com. Yeah, y'all see the tweet.
This shit is comedy. Chick goes on a date.
Went on a date and it was good. And then yet like
Oh, hold on.
What's this bitch crying about?
Yeah, I'm gonna find this clip for you, Valexia, with the counter shit.
Yeah, but shout out YouTube. We're going Rumble exclusive. Make sure y'all get over there. I'm gonna make sure to drop the link inside of the YouTube chat. Let me do that for you.
asked for the bill, and in French he said 2 bills. And then so they came, and I was like,
Let me do that for y'all.
someone says, I want to take you out. Then I want to be taken out, which means to me to pay, and whatever. So we did that, I paid, and it's fine. And then after, I was honest, and I just said it, like, I don't know, because I said, like, yeah, I thought you were going to take me out, and, like, to me that means pay. And then suddenly his English wasn't good anymore. When he was like, I don't understand what you mean. I was honest.
Yeah, nigga stopped speaking in English. He was like, wait, what the fuck? That dude forgot English once the bill came back.
Whatever, what else do I do? So just want to be honest.
Cooked.
This is the way that I want to be treated, and, like,
Cooked.
just tell someone, like, what else do I please? I don't know. And then, like, afterwards, he was like, next time I'll pay. Like, unprompted, he said that after we were having another conversation. I said, okay. And then he said, are you free this week? I said, yeah. And then I texted him.
I'm gonna drop the link in the chat.
I had a nice time.
Yeah, just so you have it.
And then
So everyone got it.
it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, I'm just tired of it.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the Rumble. We're going Rumble exclusive right now.
But, like, I just, like, want to.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the Rumble page. That is the Rumble homepage.
This
Y'all
is
tap
what
in.
feminism is done, right? And actually commented on this, like, don't blame the men. Blame feminism, which made the men think you're equal to pay your own bill, right? And my friends, this is what feminism has done. This is literally what it's done. She's upset that guy asked her on a date, didn't pay for the bill. Thoughts? And this is where a lot of women are nowadays. Right?
Make sure y'all subscribe over on Rumble, guys. I appreciate all the YouTube fans for tapping in. Shout out to y'all. We gonna ride out, rock out, and continue flying. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go on Rumble. We gonna go late night. little night train,
Independent. Women said that they can
and we're gonna do some. We're gonna watch some true crime. We're gonna listen to Myron cook a little bit, and let's get lit. So
cook.
shout out to YouTube. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. 7333. We yaddy. Let's go.